I just wanted to talk about this figure. I like it so much. Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven with your weekly figure news fix. This time around 29th of December 2025 to 3rd of January 2026. So this is kinda the first figure news of the year. So as usual, every year, the final week of the year is actually a holiday week in Japan. So there isn't much, if any, new figures on pre-order at all on the genuine PVC figure side of things, but there is only one. But we have a few third parties to go through, so this figure news today will be a relatively short one. Alright, moving on to the first genuine figure over here on Hobby Link Japan, and the only new one for this week. We have Mieto's, which is no Chinese brand, not Japanese, 1x8 scale Zenless Zone 0 Gift Plus. Asaba Harumasa Sparkling Wonderland version, 6,600 yen, releasing in July 2026. Okay, so Gift Plus, Mieto's low budget figure line, and they are great. Even though I've only reviewed one so far, Alicia, I do think I need to pick up more. I might get the Kafka. I'm not sure yet. Not in a hurry because this month in January, Apex Toys is releasing their premium scale figure version of Kafka from Honkai Star Rail, and I want to be buying that in January because I spent a lot budgeting for this month's figure haul, which is already on the way, except for one 1x4 scale figure. So the earliest might be mid or late February should I review a new Kafka figure or two. Yeah. So back to this figure over here, a lot of details going on for 6,000 yen plus, right? I'm not a music instrument version, so I'm not sure what guitar is that. I'll just call it an electric guitar. The detail levels for such a low budget figure is really outstanding. Though, yeah, 1x8 scale, you have to live with that. But overall, this is a great purchase as usual for anyone on a low budget. So the next genuine figure that is not officially on pre-order yet, but OzGK has placed this one on pre-order already, maybe because she has already pre-order opened in China, but we will be seeing her in Japanese websites very soon. I just wanted to talk about this figure. I like it so much. So the first one here, on OzGK, Hanabi 1x6 scale Wuthering Waves Ginlin. This is a 1x6, not 1x7. Great. So the price here is about $194 US. How much is that in Japanese yen? Close to 30,000 yen, I think, or a bit more than that. Yeah. So the release date is September. Oh boy. You know, August to September of 2026 is pretty bad in terms of the amount of good stuff coming out within this period. Yeah. So let's have a look. I love my details, so this object over here, whatever it is, you see, I don't play the games of the figures of characters that I buy, but I don't care, man. I just buy anything that looks aesthetic or beautiful. I don't have to know the character very well. So there is a lot of stuff going on over here, even for 30,000 yen. I would say it is pretty reasonable, just that this has to be Hanabi's most expensive figure yet. They started out as a low-budget figure brand, and their low-budget stuff are kinda nice, and in the recent few months, they have started putting out premium scale figures. Recently start from Ryza, there was this Azalin figure as well. What was the name again? Yeah. And now this, their most ambitious figure yet, but I'm actually kind of confident that she will be fine, right? So will I pre-order this one early remains a question. Detailed base, detailed figure, vibrant colors, everything I would ask for in a premium scale figure. I love this. Right, so now we shall move on to third-party resin figures on OzGK, and there are not too many this week. Starting off with the first section, which is chibi figures. We have ZH Studio Anya Forger Cost EV from. Okay, so this is like a Pokemon reference or crossover. $116. 3 versions over here. Interesting. So primary color is the one you're looking at on screen, and then there is the flash color version. Oh, all right. Light blue color. Can't say I like it. And hidden edition. Oh, okay, the hair. Come on, man. I'm disappointed. When I saw hidden edition, I thought it was something with the troll face, but okay, it is not. I would take primary color. Yeah. Okay, now I just found out that ZH Studio is Zhenghua in the full name. 1/20? No, this can't be 1/20. This is probably close to 1/6 scale. They must have labeled the figure wrongly. No dimensions, but ZH Studio, all of their Anya figures are roughly the same size, so they are quite big. Moving up next, our second section, life-sized waifus. 2 of them this week, both by Bezelia. The first one here, Gang Band or Gang. Alright. Niangzi. Of course, I think it means something else, right? Okay, name is Niangzi over here. Almost $4,000. Standard edition and deluxe edition. That must be the price for the deluxe edition. The standard version is $3,700, which is not that much of a saving. Like less than 10% of savings. Go all out if you buy something like this. And I'll just leave it to you to scroll through the pictures, right? Okay, moving on to the second one here. Bezelia again, Chun Momo. This is almost $4,000 as well. Releasing in, what is the release date over here? February. Okay. I'm not sure if I like this interface over here. OSGK has updated their website's UI a little bit. The pictures now are a bit bigger, but for me who record my screen for content, it is a bit of a pain. And when I scroll down, I don't know what am I going to get. Are there 18 plus stuff or not among the pictures below? Yeah. Okay, this blonde is cute. I like this one a bit more compared to the one earlier. Moving on to the next one, we are now in anime and manga characters section. The first one here from One Piece, we have G-Curse Studio Old Times 06, First Empress Gloriosa. So that must be her name. There are 2 characters here, Gloriosa and Neon. I've never heard of these 2 characters in One Piece. Are they relatively new or something? So Gloriosa, the one you're looking at on screen, $238, releasing in no release date yet. 1/7 scale, not 1/8, and Neon. I knew it has to be something freaky or weird. $114. I mean, it is One Piece after all. Let's have a look at the face on this one. Oh, that is pretty. This is pretty nice actually. What is the price again? Not cheap. Yeah, $238 for 1/7 is pretty pricey. Moving on to the next one from GG Studio with Perona from One Piece, $172 at 1/6 scale, releasing in June 2026. Okay, your average Perona figure, I suppose. And for some reason, all these third parties, they love putting One Piece characters on this couch. It can be of any color, but this couch over here is pretty popular for some reason. And there are also third-party diorama part makers or prop makers. Yeah, they sell the sofa separately for like $25-30 at 1/6 scale. Next up over here from AF Studio, another Asuka. We have an Asuka almost every week. From Evangelion, $192, and this is coming out in June, 1/6 scale. All I care about is the face, right? Oh, there are 2 different faces, fortunately. I was about to trash the figure. This is okay. I know it looks a bit weird, but this could be a viewing angle issue. The realistic version is okay, right? It is okay. We don't have any more pictures. That is all? Do I have more pictures? Oh, okay. Okay, I might be too harsh. I mean, the realistic face looks fine. Yep, she looks way better now compared to the first picture earlier. Viewing angle. Though I can't help but feel that this left eye over here is slightly off. Might be an illusion, right? Because, you know, the way her hair strands are curving to one side. Yeah, could be an illusion. Yeah, I think it is fine. I'm reading too much into it. As for the outfit, I would love to see a bit more gloss on the red color parts. Maybe because I'm so used to seeing Asuka in a gloss plug suit. So when the red finish over here is a bit on the matte side, not sure if I like it. But the shading on the hair is quite nice. Different shades of orange color over here. Right, moving on to the next figure here from Chaosha Studio. We have CC swimsuit from Code Geass. $218 at 1/6 scale, releasing in December, 1 year away. Okay, that is a very nice figure of CC, nice face. Just that pose and everything else is pretty plain, pretty simple. And we already had a few excellent third-party CC figures in the last month or two. $218 is slightly pricey for a simple swimsuit figure. At least we're getting a nice base. So I'm not sure whether I can call this expensive or reasonably priced. But hopefully they get the face right and this could be a decent purchase. Moving on to the next one. Finally, after more than a month, we have an update on the price of this free run figure by Yanji Studio. The price is $175, releasing in... No release date yet, only a price. So back then, I commented about the face of this free run over here. I couldn't zoom in anymore. Okay, much better. So back then, I said that it looks like free run, but at the same time, it feels like looking at her wearing some kind of makeup. And I still stand by that assessment of mine. It looks like her, but it is not something that everyone will like, I suppose. $175 is pretty reasonable. Especially when we are getting this thing over here. This is adorable. Very nice. You know, from a distance, like without zooming in, her face looks a bit funny. And then when I zoom in, it looks normal. Looks more acceptable in a way. Yeah, so this figure will be a bit polarizing, I guess. Moving on to the next one here from Butterfly Effect Studio. Reze and Makima from Chainsaw Man. A version and B version. Should I click on the B version? I'm afraid I might get something Hidaka. Okay, so Makima A version over here. $299. What? $299? Is this 1x4? 1x5. Okay, fair enough. Version B, the one you're looking at on screen right now. Yep, I knew it had to be something cultured, but that is technically not Hidaka. Okay, let's have a closer look at the face over here. Okay, this is fine for a Makima face. And then we have Reze over here. Version A, and once again, version B. Okay, this one still looks okay compared to the Makima earlier. And the faces on both are, I think they look fine, really. Just that they are far from my favorite Makima or Reze figures, so I won't bother with this one over here. Moving on to the next one, we are a design studio, Sail Phantom High from Black Butler. I know this is a dude, I know, right? And I normally don't cover third-party resin figures of male characters because there are too many of them. But let's make this one an exception because this one looks amazing. Okay, there are two versions over here, green color or blue color. If I remembered correctly, it is the hair color. Okay. There are several color combinations for you to choose from. Right? Green. Yeah, the colors are so subtle in differences that I could barely tell from these pictures alone. This looks really nice, but I know that this is a trap. Yeah, the dress is plenty detailed. We do have, wow, this is like their prototype or something and it looks amazing. Hopefully the final product looks exactly like this. This is very good, right? They're showing off sample product pictures already. Alright, I believe this is a 1x5 scale given asking price of $361 each. Yep, 1x5 scale. So this is a good figure, really. Moving on to the next one, something cultured from NTR Studio, Nakano Miku from the Quint Essential Quintuplets, $237 at 1/6 scale. Release date September, I think. So, yes, everything is included. Do I like this figure? Yes, absolutely. I like it a lot. Just that I won't go out and randomly buy a figure of an anime or manga character when I have to collect all 5 of them, 5 sisters. I don't know if NTR Studio will do all 5 characters, but I think they will at this point. Why select only Nakano Miku, right? And there will be big fans of this series who will want to collect the whole set. Just that Miku is just the first one because she has a relatively big fan base. And I heard that there is even this fan group called the Church of Miku. Yeah, I saw it on Facebook at least. The face on this is excellent. I hope that she turns out exactly like what was being promised over here, and she will be a very good purchase. Moving up next, Pink Butterfly Studio, we have S-Def from Akame ga Kill. Unfortunately, with a realistic face, to me this does not look like S-Def at all, but this is coming from someone who is pretty pleased with his Eve life-sized statue over there. But the difference here is that I did not pay for that, right? I got it for free, so I'm still complaining about it. If I were to be the one who was paying for one, yeah, I would like a face that resembles the character a lot more. Which is why I complained about the flare version of Eve, a licensed figure, for the same reason. So this one, I would say, don't bother, right? Moving on to the next one, this is among the main highlights this week. Chenyu Studio Kiwi Araga or Leopard from Gushing Over Magical Girls at 1/6 scale, $240, releasing in December, I think. Oh, releasing in December, not September. Okay. So this is brilliant. Not the most detailed Kiwi Araga figure, and I think this is not my favorite either. My favorite one is the one by Yao Ming Studio, I think. Yao Ming Studio. Yeah, I think that was the one. That was my favorite, but this is probably in top 3 among the third parties of Kiwi Araga. Action pose, dynamic pose, great base, effect parts, and so on. So this is a good package for $240 at 1/6 scale, and the face, yeah, it is slightly different from what we see in the anime adaptation, probably based off the adaptation from the manga. Might be, right? I don't know what the original material looks like. So I would still highly recommend this if you like what you're looking at. Reminds me of Masquerade Beast version a bit as well, but this one is showing more skin. Moving on to the next one, more cultured stuff, and I would imagine that Nintendo won't like it when they see this. From Beast Studio Canary from Pokemon, $218 at 1/6 scale, releasing in December as well. Okay, so you get the Opie, you get the backside and everything visible, so I suppose that this is a great purchase or pre-order, even though Beast Studio has a bit of an inconsistent history with getting faces right, but I would say that most of the time they got it right. In my opinion, this is going to be pretty popular, right? So I would say that if you like what you are looking at, pre-order it early. $218 for everything over here, including an extra head sculpt, is not too bad. Moving on to the next one over here from ACGN Studio, we have Arturia Giallo from Arknights. We are now in game characters section. So this is a hefty $324 at 1/7. Big red flag over there, and releasing in September. So I am 99.9% sure, once again, that this is probably a recast of an existing Japanese GK. Yeah, the limited stuff you see being sold in Comic Cat or One Fest, solely because of the 1/7 scale, right? Most third-party Chinese brands, they go for 1/6. Not to say they don't do 1/7 or 1/8, they do, but very rare. And this brand over here, ACGN02 Studio, has a long history of recasting other people's GK. So I would imagine that this one over here is not too different. Yeah. Moving on to the next one here from BKM Studio, we have Cheshire from Azalane, $194, releasing in September, I believe. No, in May. Okay. I must have remembered wrongly. I thought it was September. So this one, I would say don't bother because the face is a train wreck. Oh, I know this is a matter of viewing angle, but how about this one? Yeah, it looks like a different artist, and specifically a H artist, took an existing anime or game character and did their own version. Right? This is like forcing an Ahegao face on her, and it is not a very good one. That is what it feels like to me. And for this specific character, we have the Ultra one that is already out, and we have more coming this year. I think there is a Magic Head version from Good Smile Company coming soon in around August or so. I like that one a lot. And Good Smile also had a swimsuit version of her that came out recently, late last year. So there really isn't much reasons to pick up this one. Not to mention, this is not exactly customable. One less reason to buy it. Moving on to the next one. Oh, cultured lolly figures. Please save them, man. Please save these figures. We need to support them. Okay, from Mephisto Studio, we have Yurizono Seiya from Blue Archive. The standard version, the save for work version, is $190. You can't cast this one off. It is like borderline. And then there is replacement version, $222, completely Hadaka. I can't put the pictures on screen. And EX version where you get both for $291. So obviously this is the best value, right? Not much details going on. Simple figure. You're buying it just for the kani. Moving on to the next one here from Taihua Studio and Adeline Studio with Nanako from Wuthering Waves. Yup. I heard that this is a new character in the game, and what the heck, they already have a figure. Not too surprised. So this one is going for up to $505 depending on the skill. But if you pick version A, which is the one with the bike, $305 at 1/6 skill. And if you want 1/4 skill, it seems like you need... Oh, okay. I see. It makes sense. This bike version is not available in 1/4. Because the whole thing would be too big, right? And there's a version B which I'm putting on screen right now. 1/4 at $274, 1/6 skill at $190. Where the 1/4 seems to be better value. Yeah, fan service but without being customable. And then if you get both, the most expensive version, which would be version B 1/4 skill and version A, the bike one at 1/6 skill, $505. Should you get both? I feel like it is not necessary. Go for the bike one at 1/6 skill if I have to suggest which one to go for. Yeah. Okay, so Adeline Studio, they are doing pretty well. I mean, they put a lot of nice Wuthering Wave figures on pre-order recently, but I haven't seen the released product yet. Is it? Or I've seen one. I can't remember, man. But this is a brand to watch for Wuthering Waves stuff at least, right? Okay, I'm moving on to the next one over here. Yohol Studio, we have Ukinami Yuzuha from Zenless Zone Zero. This is customable if you buy the high edition at $363, which is very expensive for a 1/6 scale, but you're getting pretty much two entire figures. The second one is completely Hadaka, and that effect base over there has to cost at least $100, right? So this one, all I care about is the face. The face over here, it is like she is crying or in distress or something. Looks pretty nice. And the detail levels on her outfit, the shoulder region. Yeah, this is a great looking figure. I hope that they get it right. Just that I don't know much about Yohol Studio, unfortunately. They have been around for some time. Just that I haven't seen any pictures from users who bought their figures. And the last one for today would be Yaomeng Studio, a brand that I can easily recommend. We have Yidari Murphy from Zenless Zone Zero. This is like the third or the fourth figure of her already. $173 at 1/6 scale. This brand always gives us great pricing for their 1/6 scale figures. And releasing in June, very soon, in 6 months. So we have tentacles, a bathing scene, and all of these for under $200. Amazing, right? The face looks great as well. Yep. And finally, The tentacles over here actually look kinda glossy, which is something I pointed out in a different figure of her by another brand. The tentacles looked a little bit way too dull, does not look slimy enough. This one is way nicer. So this could be a good pre-order if you like what you're looking at. And that is all for figures on pre-order this week. Which one will you pre-order? Let me know down in the comments below. If not, wait for the genuine stuff going on pre-order next week, I suppose. And until then, please do like and subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video. Do make use of my links down in the description below for HLJ and OSGK, and that is how you support this channel. Until then, I'll see you in a couple of days with another video dropping. Thanks a lot for watching and goodbye.